Hey Paw-some friends. Paw prints ever watched your adorable fur baby dart and pounce at nothing but a wiggly shadow, their little brains seemingly obsessed with that fleeting dark spot? It's one of those super cute, head-tilting doggo mysteries, isn't it? Like, what in the world are they thinking? Well, get ready for a super kawaii adventure deep into the scientific wonderland of your dog's mind. Sparkles, today, we're not just observing their adorable antics, we're uncovering the surprising scientific reasons behind this captivating behavior. Is it just a game? A secret mission? Or something even more brainy? We'll explore how their amazing brains, especially a super important part called the prefrontal cortex, are actually behind these fascinating shadow-chasing escapades. Prepare to have your mind blown with scientific amazement and discover the hidden layers of intelligence and emotion that make your canine companion so wonderfully unique. Get ready for some serious moments mixed with aha discoveries. Let's dive into the dazzling world of doggy brain science. It's going to be a tail-waggingly good time. Now, before we get too deep into the nitty-gritty brain stuff, let's pause for a moment and appreciate the many faces of shadow play. Dog face, you might see your pup gently batting at a sunbeam shadow, a slow, curious exploration. Or perhaps they're full-on sprinting after a fast-moving car shadow, convinced it's the most exciting squirrel on earth. Sometimes it looks like pure, unadulterated fun, right? Like a game of hide-and-seek with an invisible friend. But here's where our detective hats come on: is it always just play? Thinking face, sometimes, what starts as a cute little game can actually hint at deeper canine thoughts or feelings. We're talking about understanding the nuances, the subtle barks and wags that tell us if it's genuinely playful curiosity or if there's a secret message in their shadow symphony. We'll be like super sleuths, piecing together the adorable clues your doggo leaves behind. It's time to unlock the secrets behind those captivating glances and playful pounces. Are you ready to be the ultimate dog whisperer of shadow mysteries? Let's go. Alright, my fellow dog enthusiasts, it's time to meet the superstar of our brainy adventure, the prefrontal cortex. Brain, picture this: your dog's brain is like a super-duper, kawaii control center, and the prefrontal cortex, or PCX for short, is its adorable, brilliant commander-in-chief. It's located right at the front, behind their little forehead, and it's responsible for all sorts of amazing things like decision-making, problem-solving, planning, and even impulse control. Think of it as the wise, tiny CEO of their brain, orchestrating their every thoughtful move. Face with monocle: when your pup sees that flickering shadow, their PCX is working overtime, analyzing the situation, trying to figure out if it's a threat, a toy, or just a silly optical illusion. This tiny but mighty brain region helps them decide whether to chase, ignore, or perhaps just give it a suspicious side eye. It's truly a Paw-some powerhouse, guiding their interactions with the world and especially with those sneaky shadows. Isn't it just mind-bogglingly cute how much complex thought goes on behind those sweet, innocent eyes? So, how exactly does this amazing PCX direct your doggo's focus and lead them to those shadow-chasing adventures? Well, imagine your dog's world as a super busy park, full of exciting smells, sounds, and sights. Deciduously, the PCX acts like a super smart traffic controller, deciding which signals get priority and which ones can wait. When a shadow zips across the floor, it's a novel stimulus, something new and intriguing that instantly grabs the PCX's attention. This part of the brain then processes that visual input, comparing it to past experiences and deciding on the best course of action. Is it a potential playmate? A moving target to herd? Or just an interesting flicker? The PCX helps your pup inhibit other distractions and concentrate purely on that elusive shadow. It's all about focused attention and making quick, should I chase, or should I ignore, decisions. It's like their little brain is constantly running mini experiments. This incredible ability to focus and decide is a huge part of what makes our dogs so smart and adaptable, even when they're just chasing a light speck. Now, let's tackle a common belief: my dog chases shadows because they're bored. While boredom can certainly contribute to a dog seeking out any form of stimulation, it's rarely the sole reason for persistent shadow chasing. It's a bit of a myth, actually. Shushing face, think of it this way: boredom might open the door to seeking entertainment, but the prefrontal cortex is the one deciding that shadows are the most interesting form of entertainment available. It's not just about having nothing to do, it's about how their brain processes and responds to certain stimuli. If a dog is genuinely bored, they might chew inappropriate items, bark excessively, or just seem generally restless. Shadow chasing, however, often has deeper roots linked to their natural instincts and cognitive processes. So, while a lack of enrichment can exacerbate the behavior, it's not the whole picture. We're unraveling the layers, moving beyond simple explanations to understand the sophisticated workings of their adorable brains. It's much more complex and fascinating than just a bored pup. No shade on boredom, but there's more to it. Okay, sweet friends, let's explore a more sensitive but super important aspect: anxiety. Pleading face, could those shadow games sometimes be a hidden coping mechanism? Absolutely. Just like humans, dogs can experience stress and anxiety, and sometimes, repetitive behaviors like shadow chasing can be a way for them to cope. Think of it as a displacement behavior. When a dog is feeling overwhelmed or stressed, they might redirect that energy into an accessible, repetitive action. The focus required to chase a shadow can actually provide a temporary distraction, a little mental escape from their anxieties. It's like their brain is trying to find a predictable, controllable activity in a world that feels unpredictable. This is supported by research, such as the review by Sherman and Mills, 2008, in Veterinary Clinics, Small Animal Practice, which highlights how anxiety can manifest in various behavioral problems. So, if your pup's shadow chasing seems intense or persistent, and comes with other signs of stress like lip licking, yawning, or panting, it might be their little heart trying to tell you something. Understanding this can help us offer them the comfort and support they need. Sparkling heart. Now, let's talk about when shadow chasing steps beyond a cute quirk and veers into something more serious: canine compulsive disorder, or CCD. Face screaming in fear while a little shadow play is normal. If it becomes an intense, repetitive, and seemingly uncontrollable behavior that interferes with their daily life, it might be a compulsive disorder. This isn't just a bad habit, it's a neurological condition where the dog feels compelled to perform an action, even when it's no longer appropriate or productive. They might chase shadows for hours, ignore food or walks, or even wear down their paws. The PCX, which usually helps with impulse control, might be struggling to inhibit this behavior. Research, such as Lusch's, 2004, work on compulsive disorders in veterinary clinics, Small Animal Practice, shows that these behaviors can be a way for dogs to cope with underlying stress or anxiety, and they often require professional intervention. So, if you notice your sweet pup's shadow obsession becoming an all-consuming quest, it's a signal to reach out to your vet or a certified behaviorist. We want our fur babies to be happy and healthy, not trapped in an endless shadow chase. Pensive face. Ever wondered if some breeds are more likely to be shadow-chasing superstars? You betcha. Starstruck. While any dog can develop an interest in shadows, certain breeds might be naturally more predisposed due to their genetics and original purposes. Think about herding breeds like Border Collies or Australian Shepherds. They were bred to respond to subtle movements and control livestock. A flickering shadow can mimic the quick, darting movements of a sheep, triggering their strong prey drive and herding instincts. Similarly, terriers, with their intense focus and drive to hunt small prey, might find shadows irresistibly stimulating. This isn't to say other breeds don't chase shadows, but for these focused pups, it's often an amplified version of their inherent traits. It's fascinating how their evolutionary history still shapes their adorable modern-day behaviors. Understanding these breed-specific tendencies, often linked to their unique cognitive profiles and how their PCX processes information, as highlighted by broader research on canine cognition like Bray et al., 2015, in Learning and Behavior, helps us appreciate the diversity of doggy minds. Every pup is a unique, furry snowflake. Snowflake. Alright, my heart-snuggling friends, now for the super helpful part: Kawaii tricks to redirect your shadow enthusiast. If your pup's shadow chasing is becoming a bit much, the good news is you can gently guide their adorable minds to more constructive activities. Sparkles first up, increase their mental enrichment. Think puzzle toys filled with yummy treats, snuffle mats, or even just scattering their kibble in the yard for a fun sniff and find game. These activities engage their clever brains, giving their prefrontal cortex something real to work on instead of phantom shadows. Structured play, like fetch or tug-of-war, can also be a wonderful outlet. The key is to provide predictable, rewarding activities that satisfy their need for mental and physical engagement before the shadows become too tempting. Remember, it's all about positive reinforcement and making the alternative activities soup.